Mag 7 has been the leader of this market most of the year, but over the last couple of weeks, the bottom 493 stocks actually outperformed the NASDAQ. Still overbought here, but it is now triggering actually a sell signal. It is very close here to an official trigger. Here's what you need to know before the bell this morning. S&P has had just a terrific run. We're now 2 standard deviations above the 50-day moving average. That's getting a little bit extreme here. Again, and normally when markets start to trade at these levels, you're going to get a bit of a pullback. Markets are overbought, and we're very close now to triggering a MACD sell signal. So again, markets are looking to open a little bit weak this morning. A couple of days of weakness here in the market is going to trigger that MACD sell signal, and that's going to put some more downward pressure on asset prices. So again, looking for a correction here back to some level of support, probably around 4340-ish, 4350-ish on the S&P would not be surprising before you kind of get that last week of the rally for the Santa Claus rally. The NASDAQ has been under a good bit of pressure, in terms of the Mag 7. The Mag 7 has been the leader of this market most of the year, but over the last couple of weeks, the bottom 493 stocks actually outperformed the NASDAQ. So again, NASDAQ still overbought here, but it is now triggering actually a sell signal. It is very close here to an official trigger. So keep a watch on that because, again, those Magnificent Seven, which have led the market this entire year. Now, again, look, those stocks are way ahead of everything else, but you're starting to see some rotation from those stocks into other areas of the market. We saw, over the last month, the S&P was up about 9%. The RSP was up 10%. So the equal weighted index was up more than the actual market cap weighted index. And that was because of that lag that we had coming in from those Magnificent Seven stocks as the bottom 493 actually played a little bit of catch up over the last month. But again, with that starting to settle in on a sell signal, we may see some more pressure in those Magnificent Seven stocks as the market starts to begin some type of correction here. We'll see what happens and kind of where money flows to. Speaking of RSP, and again, this is something that we've talked about, RSP now, because of that rally, is well into two standard deviation territory overbought. So again, market had a great return over the last month. Those stocks that have lagged all year long finally got some buying, but that's now gone a little bit too far too fast here. So again, expecting a pullback in those bottom 493 stocks as well. So it won't be, probably more a broader market pullback when we get this next kind of sell cycle because of simply the fact that everything moved at one time. Speaking of everything moving at one time, that goes into gold as well. And crude oil also, but taking a look at gold, punched well into 2 standard deviation territory on Friday, pulling back here a bit, but again, very elevated on a couple of different levels. So gold, if you've been long gold here, great run over the last month. Again, with the rest of the market, everything else running all at one time. There was this, following that August, September, October sell-off, which put a lot of assets under pressure. Money just flowed into everything all at one time. So this everything rally has gone too far too fast. So again, great rally here, but don't forget to take some profits. And that really kind of goes on a couple of different levels as well. Bitcoin's had a huge rally. It's pushing up to 2 standard deviation territory as well. Went from basically about 26,000 to 40,000 in just a month. So again, great run on cryptocurrencies, and now all the bulls are back out. And of course, now headlines this morning, crypto's going to 100,000. We've seen so many of those headlines, just kind of fade those. Great rally here. If you're long Bitcoin, hey, great time to take a little bit of money off the table when you get a pullback, but you probably will to the mid-30s. Then you can buy some more back and trade the next rally. Bitcoin is not as overbought as other assets, but again, still a very big move in a very short time. Bonds also have had just a great move. We're up into 2 standard deviation territory. Very extended here on a couple of different fronts. Yields have fallen sharply over the last month. Again, take some profits, look for better opportunity. All this is going to work out. You'll get a pullback here. You'll get a better opportunity to put some capital to work. So again, just kind of pay attention. Market's very overbought. We're set for a correction of some sort. All we need is a trigger. What's that going to be? I have no idea, but it'll happen. So that's what you need to know before the bell this morning.